Hi guys, and welcome to this new video today. It's going to be the Premier League prediction for week 17. Brandon is unavailable this week to make the prediction, so I thought I'd take over for this week and do the prediction for this week. It might not be as detailed, it might not be as edited, it might not be as long as Brandon's, but I'm going to do my best job to try and do it as best to my ability as I can. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So, first game of the week. First game of week 17 is Liverpool versus Watford. And if we scroll up, Liverpool obviously they played Bournemouth and they got a 3-0 win away from home. Pretty comfortable game for Liverpool, to be honest. They were always going to win. They did rest a couple of players. I think Mane and Trent and Alexander-Arnold weren't playing. But even with that, Salah still scored. Chamberlain scored, and I can't remember who got the last goal, but that doesn't matter. Liverpool, absolutely doing amazing in the league, top of the league, haven't lost a game in the league. And to be fair, they're at Anfield against Watford, who are bottom of the league, and drew their last game 0-0 to Crystal Palace. So, as it is obviously top versus bottom, Liverpool versus Watford, and it's at Anfield, and it's at Anfield. I think Liverpool will run away with it. I don't see any other result other than a Liverpool win. I don't think Watford won't even score. Watford won't get a draw. Watford will 100% not get a win. Pretty easy game to predict, to be fair, for Liverpool Watford. Obviously, I think that Liverpool would 100% get the win. The score, I'm going to say Liverpool. I'm going to go with Liverpool 4-1. I think Watford might score through Troy Deeney, maybe. I know he's back from injury, so Troy Deeney might score for Watford, but I think Mane, Salah, Firmino, and maybe Keita will get a goal, and they'll just blow apart Watford. So, yeah, Watford, bottom of the table. We won't get things won't improve for Watford at the bottom, but Liverpool will gain another 3 points going towards their title race this season. Next game, Chelsea versus Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. Now, starting off with Chelsea, obviously their last game was against Everton. Their last game was against Everton, obviously that being Everton's first game, but we won't talk too much about Everton, we'll get to them later. But yeah, as I said, Chelsea's last game was at Everton at Goodison Park, and they got beat 3-1. Usually Chelsea do really good away from home, but this time against Everton they weren't the greatest. Defensively, they were a bit shaky. Kepa made some decent saves, or it could have been more than 3. And attack going forward with Chelsea weren't as effective. They did have some chances, but they weren't clinical enough. And Kovacic did get a goal, and a really good goal, to be fair, but it just weren't enough for Chelsea on the day. And Everton, the new manager momentum, it gave them the win against Chelsea. And Chelsea, they need to bounce back, obviously, from this as well. They got Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. It's a good game for them to bounce back at home. Obviously, with Bournemouth, as we just spoke about, they obviously play Liverpool at home, and they lost 3-0, but what's to expect? Bournemouth were never going to get. But the best result Bournemouth could have got from that game was a draw. But yeah, Bournemouth losing 3-0 at home, Chelsea losing 3-1 away, but this is at Stamford Bridge, so it's a good game for Chelsea at home to bounce back, as I've already said. And do I think they'll bounce back? Yeah, I think they'll bounce back. I think Chelsea will get the win against Bournemouth, and I think the score will be, I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Chelsea. I think the goal scorers for Chelsea will be Willian and Pulisic, and for Bournemouth I think Harry Wilson will score, because he seems to score a lot, whether that's a free kick, whether that's just being in the right place at the right time. I guess he just scored quite a few goals. But that won't change anything. I think Chelsea will get the win there. Next game, Sheffield United versus Aston Villa at Sheffield United's ground, which I can't name for some reason. Bramall Lane, that's the one. Starting off with Sheffield United as they are the home team. They beat Norwich away from home 2-1. I know Norwich were 1-0 up, and I think it was Pukki who scored. So Norwich took the lead, and going into half time it was 1-0 Norwich. But Sheffield United came out in the second half, and I know they scored twice through their both wing backs and got the game to 2-1. So that's a good fight and good spirit shown by Sheffield United to get the win against Norwich, coming from behind to get the win. So yeah, they're going to have some momentum. And plus, since this game also being at home for Sheffield United are a strong team at home, and they're also a strong team away from home. And defensively, Sheffield United are really strong as well. Moving on to Villa, obviously over the weekend they played Leicester and got smacked 4-1. So fair, if I'm going to be honest, going into the Aston Villa Leicester game, I don't know for what reason, but I thought Villa would get a result. But that won't to be the case. Tyrone Mings got really injured early on, and they kept him on. When he was injured, they should have took him off straight away, kept him on, and like a minute later, Vardy got in behind and scored. So Villa have just obviously lost one of their main defenders in Mings, obviously. And yeah, without Mings, they looked a complete mess at the back. They do have some good attacking talent going forward, like Grealish, Trezeguet, Wesley, but they can't hold it at the back. The defence is not great. And since Villa are away from home against Sheffield United, who are really strong, the only way Villa can really get a result is obviously since Villa have played Sheffield United before. Obviously, these two teams were both in the Championship last season, so yeah, they will know how each other play. So it will be a tough game for both teams, but I don't think either team will win. I think it will be a draw, just because of the fact that both teams know how each other plays. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for Sheffield United versus Villa. I think for Sheffield United, I don't know who's going to score. I think they'll score with one of their defenders. Villa, I think Wesley will get a goal. But that will finish 1-1. On to our next game. We go Leicester City versus Norwich. Leicester City, obviously last game played Villa at Villa Park and beat them comfortably 4-1. So they're playing really well at the moment, as we all know. Leicester are on fire. And I think this could be another win for Leicester. Norwich, just not cutting it right now in the league. Their last game was against Sheffield United at home. They were 1-0 up and they lost that lead and they lost the game 2-1 to Sheffield United. So Leicester got a lot of momentum. They're playing really well. Brendan Rodgers is doing bits. The players are playing well. Vardy's top goal scorer. And I don't think Norwich's defence can handle that. So this, for me, is an easy win for Leicester. I'm going to say Leicester 3, Norwich 0. Goals from 2 from Vardy, 1 from Iheanacho. Because Iheanacho, he recently got into the team and he's been playing really well since the sub-appearance against Everton. So I think Leicester will get a comfortable win there. Next game is Burnley versus Newcastle. If I can find it. I don't think Burnley played. Why can I not see Burnley played? Right, so whilst I find Burnley's next game, Newcastle, their last game was a 2-1 win against 2-1 win against Southampton. I know they came from behind it as well. I think Danny Ings scored first. And yeah, Danny Ings scored first, but Newcastle showed some spirit. And yeah, they pulled it back to make it 2-1. So that's a good result for... Yeah, that's a good result for Newcastle. Sorry, I was just trying to find the other fixtures. So yeah, good result for Newcastle coming from behind to beat Southampton, and Newcastle were at home, so Newcastle were you know, the favourites going to the game, even though going a goal down, they still had the spirit and the fight to get back into the game. So they've got some momentum. Whereas, Burnley, they played Spurs at the Spurs Stadium and they got smacked 5-0. That game for Burnley was terrible. Harry Kane scored a long-range goal. Son pretty much ran from his own half and scored a solo goal. So, yeah, Burnley have no confidence in them whatsoever. They don't look strong whatsoever. So, even though Burnley at home, Newcastle are playing really well at the moment, especially John Joe Shelby scoring a lot of goals. I don't see this ending any other way other than a Newcastle win. And I'm going to say Burnley 0, Newcastle 1. I think, no, what's his name? John Joe Shelby won't score, but I think, who's going to score? I think St. Maximin's going to get a goal. He started to really come into Newcastle more, so yeah. So on to the next game, Southampton versus West Ham. Obviously, Southampton were the team who played Newcastle away at St. James's Park. Went a goal up through Danny Ings, but then lost that lead, and Newcastle pulled it back. So Southampton on a bad, well, they didn't win their last game, and they're not really in some good form. And as for West Ham, they've been playing terrible. I mean, they got the result at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, but since then they lost 2-0 to Wolves. That was a bit of a reality check for them. And then obviously West Ham played yesterday against Arsenal. Even though West Ham went 1-0 up, they lost that game 3-1 to Arsenal. I'll go on to Arsenal in a bit more detail later. So yeah, West Ham lost 3-1 to Arsenal. Southampton lost 2-1 to Newcastle. Both teams on the loss. Obviously, Southampton pretty much near the bottom. So are West Ham. Obviously, some may be calling for West Ham manager Pellegrini to be sacked. So maybe he needs a performance. And I think, to be honest, I think he'll get it. Southampton are not as good as West Ham. West Ham actually have some quality players, and I think that will shine through in this game. Well, it should shine through anyway in this game, and I think West Ham will get the win. I'm going to go with a West Ham 2-1 win. Southampton here's going to score. I think James Ward-Prowse will score for Southampton, but West Ham will get goals through Antonio and Felipe Anderson. So, yeah, Southampton will lose 2-1 at home to West Ham. So those are all the Saturday games done. Now we move on to the West Ham game. No, not the West Ham game, sorry. The Sunday games. And the first game on the Sunday is at Old Trafford. It is I've said West Ham again. It is Manchester United versus Everton. Both coming off the back of wins. Man United, obviously their last game was at the Etihad against Man City. Then obviously Manchester derby. Personally, going to that game, I thought Man United were going to get absolutely battered by City, but fair play to Man United. They started the game really attacking, and they got 2 quick goals and just sat on it. The Man United that game were really, really good defensively. Obviously, they conceded the goal from the corner for Otamendi's goal, but Man United were really strong that game defensively and going forward when they needed to. Obviously, goals coming from Rashford and Martial to get them the win. And yeah, Man United have got a lot of confidence. They beat Tottenham, beat Man City away in the Manchester derby, so that's a very big game to win. So Man United can go into this game with a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence, think they can actually get the result as well. Everton obviously has not been as great in terms of before their last game. They also had the Merseyside derby, which they got beat 5-2. Then Marco Silva got sacked and they appointed Duncan Ferguson as manager. And obviously his first game was against Chelsea at home, and they played really well, obviously getting the 3-1 win against Chelsea. Chelsea, who obviously we all know are a good team. But on the day, Everton played really, really well and got the 3-1 win. This is a very tough game. Very, very tough game to call, but I think Man United will have enough just to pull through. I think it's going to be really tight though. I'm going to say Man United 2, Everton 1. I think Everton can score first, and I think Iwobi's going to score for Everton. For Man United, I think Martial and Dan James are going to score. So, yeah, that's it for that 2 on Man United. Next game, Wolves versus Tottenham. Wolves' last game was against Brighton. Am I correct? Yes, Wolves' last game was against Brighton. It was 2-2 draw. I know they were 1-0 up, then Brighton scored twice, and then they came back from behind. Yeah, they did. They came back from behind. Got 2-2 draw. A good game. Obviously, Wolves are on a good run. I think they've gone 11 games without a loss. So that's a good run for Wolves. And they're going to go into this game with confidence, I'd say, because they haven't lost in a long time. Tottenham are going to go into this game completely confident. They smacked Burnley 5-0 at home. Some amazing goals on that day as well. So, yeah, Tottenham are confident. But this is at Wolves' stadium. This is at the Molineux. And can Tottenham, it's an away game against a tough team, can Tottenham pull it through? Personally, I don't think they can. I think it's going to be Wolves 2, Tottenham 1. I think for Wolves, Jimenez and Traore will score, and for Tottenham, I think Dele Alli will get a goal, but I think Wolves will have a really good game, and I think they'll beat Tottenham 2-1. On to the next game, and probably the biggest game of the weekend. Arsenal versus Man City, which is obviously why I'm wearing the kit. Actually, before I do the Arsenal-Man City game, I'm going to leave it till last. The next game, I'm going to go through this game really quick. Crystal Palace-Brighton, both teams drawing their last game. Brighton drawing 2-2, Crystal Palace drawing 0-0. This is at Selhurst Park. Palace, to be fair, are better away from home than they are at home. But I think Palace will pull through in this game, and I think Palace are going to win 2-1. I think Ayew and Zaha will score for Palace, and Brighton, Trossard will get a goal. But Palace will still win 2-1. Okay, now going on to the big game. The game that is a very big game, as already said multiple times. Arsenal versus Man City at the Emirates. It being at the Emirates is massive because that gives Arsenal a chance. This game's at the Emirates. Obviously, if we're going by last results, Arsenal hadn't won a game since October 6th, but yesterday they beat West Ham 3-1. Went 1-0 down, and the first half was shocking to them. So the players just turning up. Martinelli getting a goal, Pepe getting his first goal away from home, and his first goal from open play. What a good goal. And Aubameyang obviously doing what Aubameyang normally does, which is score goals. So Arsenal going to come into this game, should be confident, finally got their win, and finally got the winning feeling back in the club. Obviously, on the other hand, Man City losing their last game at home to Man United, so they're going to be eager to, fix that, obviously losing to their biggest rivals at home. So Man City are going to come at this game, very attacking, one to, take advantage of Arsenal's weak defence. Arsenal need to, in this game, use their attack. Use that attack, because we all know Arsenal's defence is not great. But so is Man City's defence is not great either. So if Arsenal attack, using their attacking power that they have to its full extent, there could be a lot of goals in this game. And it's very tough to call this game. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of obviously, I'm going to want Arsenal to win. And to be fair, if I'm going to be realistic, I think we can give a good game to Man City. We're not going to make it easy. I don't think Man City are going to roll over us. I think I'm going to give them a good game. And saying that, I generally think we'll beat them. I think we're going to be going forward will be too much for City to handle because their defence is awful. But then you could say the same thing about City. It's going to be a high-scoring game, to be fair. But I think overall, Arsenal will get the win. gonna go with a 3-2 Arsenal win. Yes, you might be saying, oh, biased, Arsenal fan, obviously is gonna say Arsenal win, but I genuinely think that Arsenal will get the win against Man City 3-2. Who's gonna score? I think for Arsenal, the goals will come from Aubameyang twice, and Pepe will score. And for Man City, I think De Bruyne and Jesus will score, but we will get the win. So that's the end of this Premier League prediction for Week 17. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you for the review on the Sunday after the Arsenal beat Man City. So yeah, peace.